Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about dual clutch versus manual transmissions. Now there has been a ton of debating going on surrounding these two types of transmissions, and I am going to add to that debate by telling you which one is better and for which reasons. So we are going to start by speaking about shift times. Now, hands down, a dual clutch transmission will shift faster than a person shifting through a manual transmission. And that is simply because humans cannot shift as fast as the computers in cars. And simply put, the dual clutch transmission is pretty much the fastest type of shifting that you can get in a car nowadays. And I said pretty much the fastest type of shifting, not the fastest type of shifting. So with regards to shift times, the dual clutch transmission will always shift faster than a person shifting through the manual gearbox in a car. Now, with regards to the aspect of fun, now it's, you know what, dual clutch transmissions are excellent, but they're not nearly as fun as manual transmissions. There's nothing that competes with, you know, downshifting a car and hitting that perfect rev match when you downshift. And I'm driving a manual car right now, and that's definitely something that I really like to do. Downshift and rev match before you go around a turn, and knowing that you accomplished that. Now, if you are driving a car with a dual clutch transmission, you can downshift the car with paddles, and it will rev match for you, and it will pretty much always be a perfect rev match. There's really no skill involved, so it's not nearly as fun. You can still downshift and upshift according to your needs, but there's no skill involved, which sort of takes away that fun factor. So basically, if you are looking for strictly performance, then the dual clutch transmission is definitely the way to go. But if you are looking for some fun and skill involved with your driving, then you should definitely go towards a manual transmission and a manual gearbox. Now, one thing that I just want to point out, if you take your car to the track, and let's say you line up two identical cars with dual clutch transmissions being raced by two completely different drivers, and both cars are in launch mode, and they are sort of set in a way that will allow them to be as fast as they can be. If those two drivers take off, they are pretty much going to have the same quarter-mile time, assuming that they weigh the same and so forth, because there's no skill involved. It is solely up to the shift timing of the car. Now, on the other hand, if you take two identical cars and you bring them to the track with two completely different drivers, those cars may have a wide variety of differing lap times or differing quarter-mile times, because the skill level of those two drivers would be completely different. Even if they are both amazing drivers, it is very, very hard to pinpoint nearly the same lap time with two different drivers. And it is, in the same token, it is just as hard to pinpoint the same lap time with the same driver driving the same car two separate times. So when it comes to seeing your own skill level and seeing what you can do on the track, and with regards to seeing how fast your car can go in relation to your skill level, then a manual transmission will definitely allow you to see that. If you are, two identical cars, two different drivers, the person with the best quarter-mile time or the best lap time is pretty much the person who is the best shifter and the fastest shifter, pretty much. Now, with a dual clutch transmission, you cannot the lap time and the quarter-mile time is not at all dependent on your skill level. for the most part. So that is another thing to keep in mind when we are comparing these two types of transmissions. And that's basically it. I spoke about three different aspects of the two different transmissions. I spoke about shift timing. I spoke about the skill level / fun aspect of the two transmissions. And I also spoke about taking the two transmissions to the track and the differing or identical lap times or quarter mile times that they would produce. And that's basically it. That's all that I have to say about dual clutch versus manual transmissions. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.